Welcome back to the Hawks Talk podcast, your source for everything about the Upper Valley Nighthawks and the NECBL. This is Season 3, Episode 13, Call to the Bullpen. I'm your host, Phoebe Winters, joined by co-hosts Caitlin, Beal, and Greg Fennell. Caitlin, Greg, how are we doing today?
Relatively caffeinated.
Okay, that's a first.
I see you got the memo about the fatigue-colored shirt today, so...
The green?
Yeah, so congratulations.
Yeah, our first time ever matching.
I don't know who should be more scared about that, you or me. So.
We are also joined by two members of the Nighthawks bullpen. Welcome to the Hawks Talk podcast, Mason Phillips and Jack Ruditzky. How are you guys doing?
Doing really good. Thanks for having me. Really excited.
Really good. Also trying to get caffeinated.
So you're sporting the rain today. Is that your go-to?
Yeah, I usually don't, but it was the only one they had. So.
That's what they all say.
It was the only one they had. That was the last one.
What's your normal go-to?
Alani,
Oh,
if I'm not pitching,
interesting.
and then the C4 if I'm pitching.
What Alani flavor?
Usually, whichever one looks the best.
So you go off packaging.
But, yeah, I go off colors.
It's good to. Caitlin's an advertising major, so she's making a note of that.
Yeah, I will note that when I work at Alani someday.
That's a good tip.
Jack, do you have an energy drink of choice?
I just try to stay on the black coffee.
Really? Black
Yeah.
coffee? Do you go to get it, or is it you make it at home?
Both. I drink like too much of it, so I'll make some at home, and then I'll go get some from Dunkin' pregame. Or at school, we'd get Starbucks.
I feel like the Dunkin' you grab usually is not just black coffee.
No, because you see like my second and a half cup where I
Okay.
refill it with some milk to make it still a drinkable coffee.
Okay, yeah, because the color usually looks a little bit white, like just filled with milk.
Yeah, that's because it was originally all black, and then I drank half of it, so I just refill it to have something to sip on.
You may be the first baseball player I've met through this team who's actually admitted to having a caffeine addiction. Most people don't touch coffee.
Well, it's usually energy drinks or
Yeah,
coffee.
true. Good point.
A lot of
got
people
off
have
the
energy drinks.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I drink
okay.
way too much energy drinks. It's bad.
Well, your worst day, how many have you gone through?
A coffee or energy drink?
Caffeinated drink in general.
My worst, I'll be 4 or 5.
Oh my god.
Mm.
And I think 2's bad. That's pushing it
crazy.
for me.
The day I started the other day, I had 3 because I was really tired.
Oh.
It was bad. And it didn't help at all.
And then you're up all night probably.
Yeah, it was. I was up
Yeah.
for 3.
I think that 3 energy drinks is worse than 5 coffees.
I would agree.
Honestly, probably.
I think the energy drinks have the caffeine just so concentrated that
Yeah, the energy drink coffee ratio is slept on.
That's actually the topic of the podcast.
is how much caffeine.
Let's compare the ratios.
All right, moving on from the caffeinated drinks. Mason, you're originally from Georgia. You play for the University of West Georgia Wolves. What do you think the transition from the Deep South to New England has been like for you? What would you say is the biggest difference you've experienced?
Probably the way people talk up here. My mom told me she was going to kick me out the house if I came back talking a different way. But I probably noticed it when we played, who is it, North Shore?
Oh, North Shore, that announcer
Yeah,
was
the
great.
announcer.
The Boston accent.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was insane. I haven't heard anything like that in person. So that was pretty crazy.
Rest assured, I'm confident that 2 months up here will not affect you.
I hope not.
No.
I can tell with that drawl that it's pretty reasonably well ensconced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in Boston for almost 4 years now for school. I don't have a Boston accent, so you're fine.
Well,
don't worry.
if it's the 5th year that gets you, so be
Okay.
careful.
All right. I won't stay for a bit. Don't worry.
So it's strictly the accents, or is it the slang as well? That
Oh yeah, it's definitely slang.
Wicked good.
Who said it? It's Big Mike. He's like coffee. I can't
Well, that's
do
a
it.
New York accent.
Oh, well.
That's New York, New Jersey.
Well, there's sometimes-
All the
Boston.
accents up here.
I think, being from Jersey, Jack could probably differentiate between the two. Being from around here, sometimes I can't tell the difference between Boston and New York. It's often very close.
Yeah.
Either way, you don't want to go home with either of those accents.
No.
Keep the one you got. It's good.
Yeah. I also showed my grandma sent me a picture of what she cooked last night, and I was showing Flynn, And he's like never seen some stuff before. It was like fried squash and fried tomatoes. He was like, "What is that?" I'm like, yeah, you gotta come down to Georgia.
Would you say that the home cooked meals is something you've been missing this summer?
No, because I don't like any of that stuff. But that's just some Georgia stuff she sent.
Is your grandma going to be offended listening back to this podcast?
Probably.
Yeah.
Nah,
We'll
she
cut
Better
that
hope she's
out.
not computer literate.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of home, Jack, you are from Jersey, and you're also pitching alongside some of your teammates back from Ryder, Nick Shuitt, Kyle Neary, and our photographer, Faith Capilupo, is also from Ryder. So what has it been like coming to the Nighthawks, having so many people from your school?
I mean, it's been really cool. You usually come in a summer ball, you don't really know anyone, but everyone just gets along like really well on the first day. You guys always hang out a bunch. But it's been like nice to have some people that kind of not know the past, but like people you've like worked hard with and like worked out with all year and kind of know your strengths, your weaknesses to kind of build off to get you better. And it's just cool having everyone around and like mixing that with the summer ball atmosphere. So it's a completely different vibe than school ball. So it's just a lot of fun having like those people just around you and then meeting all the new guys, which are really cool.
Getting guys from Jersey is not an unusual thing here. Have you been reunited with anybody you knew in Jersey outside of Ryder?
Kind of, yeah. I've got a lot of friends of friends who are on this team. So I knew about most of the kids in Jersey, but this is my first time actually like being on a team with them, and it's really cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with someone from Jersey. I mean, most of our roster is from Jersey.
Until he
I
starts
know.
talking about the Eagles, and I just kind of
No,
tune
then
out.
you guys have
That's
the
the wrong part
debate
of
if there's the debate if there's a central jersey. I've overheard that conversation so many times on the team already. Like,
There's no central Jersey.
is it that serious though?
I mean, people make it serious, live in central. Like, they say they live in central Jersey, but it's just north or south.
Really,
It's
you wouldn't consider Trenton in the Central? You think it'd be
I'd consider it kind of south because I'm from like really North Jersey. Then my school is right by Trenton, so I was calling it South Jersey, and everyone in my school was like, "Oh, it's Central Jersey," but that's kind of irrelevant. It's really just North or South. And
Okay.
if it's Central, then you're probably just butthurt.
okay?
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
All right, what's your hard cutoff then? Where's the line, John?
A line. I feel like once you hit the shore,
That's south.
yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're north, you're kind of by New York City, like kind of by Bayonne, that area. But once you start getting to like Long Branch and like anything more than like an hour 15 like south from where I'm at, I would call South Jersey.
All right.
Well, speaking of having two of your teammates from Ryder on the team and then Faith there as well, how do you think playing summer ball alongside your school teammates kind of factors into the next spring season at school?
I would say it's really cool. I mean, like Nick and Kyle are both really, really, really good baseball players, so we're all just trying to get better and bring home the MAC championship next year. But it's honestly growing because you're with them all year. And then summer is kind of a part where you relax, kind of get better, and it just feels like we're still like back at Ryder, kind of grinding and everything like that. Especially with Faith there, she's always in the dugout talking, and like it's just cool to have that little like kind of bubble we have back home here, then like adding like all the other guys on the team too. It's just like a really cool like and different atmosphere.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit curious for both of you. What was the decision process like of deciding to play summer ball specifically in the NACBL, which, I mean, for you, Mason, very far from home. Jack, not so far. But what was that process like for you?
One day, I think we were going into our last series. I was talking to my coach, like just asking if I should play summer ball or not. And I had no idea what league. I was just going to play in some little league down there. And then my coach got a text from somebody, I think it was Matt Wright, asking if I was available. And I was like, sure. I looked it up and asked around. And they said this was one of the best leagues in the country. So I came up here. It was a long drive.
You drove all the way?
I drove all the way, got in a wreck. Everything.
What?
Yeah. So in Connecticut.
Wait, can you let's
Details,
back up
please.
here? Yeah, I need details.
So it was a 4-car wreck.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
So I was the second car. It was really, so there was a car in front of me, and then there was a car in front of them. It was really their fault. They like slammed on their brakes, which made like a chain reaction.
Was this on the interstate?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god.
So the
Welcome to New England.
the fourth car hit the third car, which hit the second car, which hit the first car.
And you were the second car.
I was the second
so
car.
you got smushed.
Yeah,
But you're okay.
yeah, I'm good.
How's your car?
It's messed up. Yeah.
So how did you get from there to here after that happened?
It was still drivable, but like you can't do anything with the trunk,
Okay.
and the front's a little messed up. But the fourth
Basically
car,
resembles a NASCAR
yeah,
after, Martinsville.
it was.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, the fourth car was liable for all of it.
Oh my goodness.
That was way
that-
too casual of you mentioning that.
It was they were like least fault for it, but they somehow got it because they hit it first.
That's a
You know,
crazy start to your summer.
It's going to be really hard to keep this podcast going on that level.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
After-
Well, I guess going back then to what you were talking about right before that. Did you know anyone else who had played at the NECBL before?
I don't think so.
Had
I
anyone
don't
from
think
your
I've-
school?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think there was one guy on my team that knew about this league.
Okay.
And he was like, "That's a really good league," because everybody down there is from. The guy I asked was from Pennsylvania, so he knew about it, but nobody else.
So aside from making contact with New England neighbors on the highway, what's the transition been like for you to be so far away from home for the purpose of baseball?
I think it's been pretty easy because I went to JUCO in South Alabama and I was 7 hours away, so I was kind of used to being on my own. But I love it up here, making new friends. Like it's pretty fun.
Is that something that comes easily for you?
I think so.
He's pretty, I would say, outgoing, pretty chatty.
Pretty chatty.
Even though you deny it.
There she goes again.
I agree with her.
Pretty chatty.
You will always participate in the TikToks, and you're like,
I want to make y'all's jobs easier.
yeah,
We appreciate
And
it.
we appreciate
What is one thing that you guys wish you could bring from home, considering you guys are both pretty far from home? I guess Jack not super far, but
The bagels.
bagels.
Bagel shops. They don't got none of those up here.
That is true. I can confess to that. When the best bagels you can get are at the Price Chopper, that goes to show you that it's not that great.
Bring from Georgia. Probably the weather.
You
Well,
you brought the weather.
that was gonna be my follow up because
Yes.
it's
gonna be 99 degrees outside
I know.
today.
Did you not bring the weather this
This
week?
is like
I mean,
one out of a million days. It's gonna be
Yeah.
99 degrees here.
so
It's
you gotta
been-
take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's been nothing but raining.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You mentioned that the heat helps you throw better. Would you mind explaining that a little bit? What does this 90-degree weather bring for you?
Yeah, I think probably not the same for everybody, but I think it helps me stay loose and helps me stay focused. So like, just sitting on the bench, sweating, knowing like just thinking I gotta get back out there. So yeah, I think it just helps me stay loose. Like you'll see people throwing plyos in the dugout to help them stay loose. I just think that helps me stay loose.
It's interesting that you say it helps you stay focused. I would think that if you're concerned with the heat, you're sitting there sweating, it would kind of help make you lose focus on the game.
No, I don't think that's the way with me. I think just embracing it.
I've sidetracked their question. What would you have brought up with you from Georgia if you'd had the option?
Besides the heat.
Besides the heat.
the heat. Well, I didn't bring my golf clubs because
Oh.
I didn't have enough room in my fishing pole.
Those golf clubs would have got messed up too in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
True.
Maybe it's for the best that you didn't bring them then.
Yeah, my PlayStation was actually right in like where the trunk got smushed, but it didn't hurt it. So
Oh,
we're good.
okay.
Yeah.
So we're good.
And I had my monitor back there, and it
That would have
didn't
been a
hurt
big loss.
it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It
Well,
was bad.
Montague has some rental clubs if you ever want to come out.
I definitely will do that.
It sounded like it's getting to be the hangout there, not just for Nighthawks, but Vermont Mountaineers also, from what I understand.
Yeah, so the Vermont Mountaineers and the Nighthawks receive a discount on green fees. It's $25 to ride for 18 holes. It's a really great deal because Montague has a partnership with the Mountaineers where they sell their own branded beer at the Mountaineers games.
Oh, that's a neat idea.
Yeah, they got a little tent. I can't really check it out since we're on the clock, but
Yeah, that's true.
if anyone has some downtown.
Yeah. Speaking of golfing, what would your guys' ideal way to spend an off day be?
I think we've been doing a good job of it. We've been going to Boston Lot a few times recently.
Okay.
It's really nice up there. Just kind of, when it gets a little too hot, go somewhere nice, jump in the lake, and then just kind of relaxing, eating some good food or playing some golf. Just kind of enjoying the area up here in Vermont because we're not from here. And, I would say it's way nicer up here than it is in most of the U.S., a lot greener and everything, definitely from back where I'm home. But it is really cool just to be outside and, be around everything, just kind of taking it all in.
Yeah, I think that's a good perspective to have of just embracing the scenery and what you have to offer here, because I feel like a lot of people complain that there's not stuff to do, but
I would agree with you on that. Yeah,
but if you go out hiking, you just have to do stuff in nature and make the most of it,
especially in the non-AARP demographic. I hear it quite a bit that there's nothing to do if you don't embrace the notion of going out fishing, going out hiking, finding a swimming hole. You may well find yourself bored here or playing golf. So embracing what's available to you is important.
I mean, we're only here for 2 months, so we might as well explore.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's what I tell our guys all the time, especially the ones from way out of town. You may never come to New England for any other reason for the rest of your life. So these 2 months, make the most of it.
Exactly.
Try maple syrup for the first time. Go out for a hike on the Appalachian Trail.
Real maple syrup.
Yeah,
Thank
not
you.
not Mrs.
Thank
Butterworth.
you.
Yeah, we got to make the differentiation here.
Yeah.
So this may be the only chance you get, so make the most of it.
Yeah.
I think for me, we've been playing a lot of cards. We've been going. We've probably been to Applebee's 4 or 5 times. And we're debating on getting the big table back there.
Oh, yeah.
And playing poker back there, but everybody's too scared to ask.
What are they gonna say?
I don't know. We
Order
played,
more apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played cards one day, just me and Charlie, and they was like, "What are y'all playing?" So I think they'll let us. But
For sure. I mean, it's Applebee's.
I imagine they'd let you guys get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of that, do you guys have any bucket list items for your time here?
I want to go to Canada, but I don't have a passport.
Wow. So that'll be difficult
Yeah.
then.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Get a passport.
No, I think it's more like you have to drive up to Newport, Vermont, get as close to the border as possible, wave, and then turn around.
Say I saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't much to do in Canada anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a
up
pretty
here.
far drive to get to any of the cities from
Yeah.
here. So.
I mean, Montreal's a 3-hour drive, so,
Yeah.
unless you want to cross the border into Stansted to play golf. They got a decent course up there, but you need a passport, obviously.
Yeah. Anything for you, Jack? Any bucket
Um,
list items?
I just want to win. I think it'd be cool winning the CBL.
So yours is more baseball based, not necessarily about
We've
Vermont.
got Canada.
Yeah,
we've
that's
got
on me.
win everything.
Should have had an answer like that.
Yeah.
How about something non-baseball related? Any?
I just want to have some fun with the guys.
Okay.
I mean, we're here for 2 months, and you don't get this group of guys, and you won't have the same group no matter what next year. So, just kind of having fun where I'm at, and just kind of being where your feet are and enjoying it.
Now, where are you staying?
I'm staying in Plainfield.
Okay, and
I'm right beside Dartmouth.
okay, so you're real close then.
Right.
Both of you reasonably close. Okay.
Well, speaking about this group of guys, how would you guys describe the culture of the Nighthawks? What makes this team special?
The bullpen definitely makes a lot of the culture around here. I don't know. I'd say it grew really quick. We probably didn't chill out on the right fielder of the other team for a while. I don't think we chirped first 2 games, but ever since that right fielder's had it.
Or center. Last
Yeah,
night, center had it.
center had it. They didn't take the right drop step and hurt it for the rest of the game. So, yeah, I think culture is really good. We've made friends really quick and just feel like we know everybody.
I feel
really
like you
well.
guys did click very fast.
Yeah,
we did.
Immediately, you guys were already having inside jokes and everything.
And there's It's pretty cool because there's 2 guys from my conference that I played, so I kind of knew them already. So it's like everybody kind of knew somebody already. And so we all just
who were those people?
Potter and Monil.
Okay, of course. Our last
Which
guest.
conference are you in?
The ASUN.
Okay, that's right.
Well, you said you feel like you know the guys pretty well. Caitlin and I would like to put that to the test. We're going to play a little game with you guys. This is Who Said It. So Caitlin and I are going to read off a couple of quotes from the UV Nighthawks TikTok clips, and you guys are going to try and guess who said it. I'm going to allow you guys 2 hints before you lock in your answer.
And whoever says the correct answer first gets the point. So we'll see who has the most points at the end.
All right.
All right. This is the first one. Pretty easy to start off. Who said they don't need to beat the Heat, they just embrace it?
Mason.
Phillips.
Correct. Okay, next question. Who said that their favorite horror movie is Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Is it an infielder?
Sometimes. They play both.
Greco.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct. 2 for 2.
All right. Who said that their baseball superstition is that whenever they make it out, they put in a fresh piece of gum?
Oh. I eat a lot of gum when I play, but it's not me.
It's not you. We'll give a hint.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
They're no longer on the team.
Oh,
Dartmouth.
Dwyer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it Dartmouth?
Unfortunately.
Nah.
Pitcher.
It was Dwyer. Yeah.
All right. This next one, pretty easy.
Yes. 6'7".
Baylor.
Yeah. Yep. That's Baylor. So that was Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many times a day do you think Baylor says 6'7", bus
Every
and
time
on
he
the
hears
field?
5, 6, or 7, he's lying. So
I think anytime he hears a number.
yeah.
Or
If
anytime anything happens on the field also.
If it's 5:55 on his phone, he's gonna sit there and go 6.
Yeah. Well, I noticed last night at the game when Bratz recorded his double, he was humoring him with the 6'7" celebration on second.
Somebody's have to explain this to me as the person who's outside the circle. Where does this come from? Any idea?
It's a song.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a song that I guess blew up on TikTok.
Okay. So clearly something outside the 1980s, which is where I live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baylor's just advertising it really well.
Well, and the whole thing is like in Mafia, you need a certain amount of people like to get the person on the block, and usually it's 6 and then 7, and then they're on the block, and then he makes a big deal out of
The
it.
bus erupts.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not even talk about the alien.
No, only one Baylor brother.
All right. Caitlin, you got the...
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so this person's superstition before going up is putting their dog's initials in
Kyle.
the dirt.
Oh.
Correct.
Didn't even
Good
need her to
job.
finish
No,
it.
Yeah, so that's 3 for Jack, 2 for Mason.
All right.
All right. This one's pretty easy. Who said their favorite horror movie is Frozen?
Oh, I did.
Here we go.
Okay, so 4.
Yeah, I'm getting whooped.
We still got 4 more, though, so
Yeah,
you
so
can catch up.
there's time for the comeback. Okay, whose favorite snack to bring on a road trip is an Uncrustable?
Is it a pitcher?
Outfield.
Oh.
Span.
No.
Ooh. It can't be Coop.
AJ?
No.
Prez.
No. I said it wasn't an infield.
No,
Oh,
it's
I said outfielder.
not an
Oh,
outfield.
not an outfield.
Catcher then. Ryan.
No.
Shoot.
No. Cam. Is it Cam?
Keep going. There's only 20 more guys to go here.
Who said that first?
That was Jack.
Yeah.
Mason.
Oh, Jack.
Cam. I'm sitting here blurring out everything.
Mason, you guessed the 2 wrong pitchers first.
All right. Who said that their biggest pet peeve is when people don't play Mafia on the bus? You guys get 2 hints before you have to lock in your answer.
Infielder?
No.
Outfielder.
Nope.
Is that the 2 hints then?
Dang.
No, that is the 2 hints.
So it's either a pitcher.
No, it's got to be a pitcher.
Okay. Let's narrow it down.
That's something Potter would say.
It was not
No.
Potter.
Is it Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Nice. Okay. What made you get to Charlie?
He just seems like he would say something like that. He doesn't want anybody to feel left out.
Yeah.
Oh. And he loves his mafia.
Yeah, he gets into
He
it.
just loves to be the dentist.
Okay. This person said that the 3 things they can't leave home without are their phone, wallet, and a mini Swiss Army knife.
Shot in the dark, is it Kyle? No?
Span.
Nope.
Nope.
Can we get 2 hints?
Yes, you get 2 hints
Yes.
for every single one.
Yeah.
Is it a
Infielder?
hitter?
No.
It's a pitcher.
Bro,
2
that's-
hints.
That's our 2 hints?
Yeah. We've narrowed it down quite a bit. There's only a couple left.
So it's not an infielder or a pitcher?
Yeah, so it's either an outfielder or a catcher.
Greco?
Nope.
Um,
Who would have a Swiss Army knife on him?
Shoot it.
No.
You're getting closer,
You're
though,
good.
with that guess.
Doogie?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Last one. Who said that the best person to sit next to on the bus is Nick Moneill?
No one said that. Everyone said he was the worst.
No, someone said.
One person said
One
that he
person.
was the best. So.
Who sits behind? Couldn't be Potter. Couldn't be.
I'll give you a hint. Think of who he was sitting next to yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's like
JT?
a row
No.
behind me. Nah, JT's one row behind him.
Who was sitting behind? Because I was sitting right next to him.
You should know this.
They're often a narrator.
Span?
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
just giving me it.
We gave you 2 hints. That
that's
was what we agreed upon.
Just ball knowledge.
Yeah. Game respect
So,
game.
wow, Jack made a big comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely took that. How are you feeling about that, Mason?
Game respect game. That's cool. He just beat me today. Come back being better.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have a chance to redeem yourself. We might play some more games on the TikTok.
All right.
But speaking of games, let's turn it over to the baseball games. The past few games, you guys had a doubleheader against Keene on Thursday, and we saw you guys make a huge rally to walk off game 2, 8-7. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that game? What was the mentality going into game 2?
I mean, we knew Keene's a good team, but I mean, we don't really think they're that much better than us because every time we played them, it'd always be like a 1-run game, 2-run game, even though they're first in the NECBL. So we kind of just, I feel like we're never out of a game no matter what because we keep the energy pretty high no matter what. Like, we're always pretty loose, we're always chill. Our coaches just let us play, do whatever we want pretty much. And, I mean, everyone here just wants to win and play high-level baseball, so you can never count anyone out that wants that.
Yeah, I think this league is – I mean, there's a couple teams that aren't, I guess, higher level, but I think this league's pretty even out. But, yeah, I don't think we were ever out of those games. Like, we should have won. It should be 2-2 right now, the series. They walked us off one time. But, yeah, we just couldn't get beat twice on our home field.
Yeah.
So,
Never at the max.
never.
It's funny you say that because yesterday I talked to AJ pregame about the Keene game, and he said that you can't lose both games in a doubleheader, and that everyone, both the pitchers and the position players, everyone stepped up, came together, and contributed to that win. Would you guys agree with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, just everyone really stepped up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's a good team win.
Well, I want to know what inspired the stacked up rally cap in the dugout.
I don't know. We don't really make our way to the
Bullpen.
dugout.
You don't know the thought process behind that?
I mean, usually it's like a rally cap,
Yeah.
but we got our own ways of initiating the rally in the bullpen.
What are those
Yeah.
ways?
like what?
I can't disclose that.
Oh, okay.
Not a
All right, moving on.
thing.
How did it feel knowing that Mazada got the hit to bring in that winning run?
The Max really helped us on that hit, giving us a little hop over the shortstop. Yeah, but I don't know. That was pretty cool. First walk-off of the season. We got to experience one against us, so that was pretty cool.
Now, had they not pulled that off, you would have had the joy of playing the extra inning rule with the ghost runner. Have you ever experienced that at any level of ball, having to go into an extra inning affair with somebody already on base?
I don't think so. I've played a 17-inning game before
Wow.
in JUCO. We ended up winning 24-23.
Oh,
But I don't
goodness.
think.
Wow, that's really high scoring.
Went for the
too.
2-point conversion after the last
Yeah,
touchdown. Yeah,
had to.
okay.
But yeah, I don't think we had an extra or a runner on second to start the inning.
Have you, Jack?
Yeah, I've done that in travel ball.
Really?
I mean, I was actually good. Like, I was warming up to go in the game. If we didn't walk it off, I was about to pitch the 10th.
Okay, so you haven't
the
actually
8th.
pitched in that circumstance, but you've been in a league that had that rule.
Yeah, I pitched in it like once or twice, but that's not something you really see
Okay.
often. I mean, at that point, you just got to, do the little things right and kind of just try to prevent the small ball and just fill it up and just hope it goes your way. That's all you really can do.
So do you go in a circumstance like that with a game plan that's different than what you would have if you were going into a normal situation with nobody on base?
I mean, a little bit. You got to be a little cautious with the runners. Like, you got to hold them on pretty well. But overall, you just got to go in there and try to throw some strikes and just let it all work out. I mean, all you can do is really just throw the ball over the plate. Then the rest is just whatever happens, happens.
You're expecting a bunt right there.
Yeah,
So
you
you're
are.
expecting a bunt to get the runner over to third, 1 out, try to hit the ball to outfield to tag the runner up. So you just got to make the little things count. You got to field the ground ball, throw him out at first, get the first out, and hopefully the next batter will ground out or strike out. So
Well, during that doubleheader, you guys were responsible for breaking the Keene Swamp Bats winning streak. They were going for the longest winning streak in the NECBL. How did that feel knowing that you put a stop to that?
I think they ended up tying the longest winning streak, but they didn't break it of 11
there we
games.
go. That's all that matters.
I mean, it was just another game.
Yeah.
We don't really know about the win streak. We don't really care.
We're
We're
giving
just
too much credit.
yeah. We just went out there and tried to play some good baseball, and hopefully it went our way, and it did.
Yeah. Now, I am a little curious. Yesterday, Mason, you mentioned you didn't expect to play baseball in college. You were actually more of a football person in high school. So can you kind of explain that and then why you went the baseball route?
If you guys ever get the chance to meet my mother, she's a huge football fan. So me and my brother grew up playing football, wrestled. She actually liked us wrestling more than anything. So,
Interesting.
yeah, but we played football our whole lives. He actually wanted to go to college for baseball. I wanted to go to college for football, and it switched. So, yeah, she's huge on football. Like, anytime we'd get in trouble, like in school or something.
No football for a week.
No, we had to go to football practice.
Oh.
But, say, I just did something stupid on the bus. She, would make us wear shirts where it said, I will not do anything stupid on the bus. In front of our whole team. She'd make us wear a huge shirt over our pads and make us practice.
Would she make the shirts fresh every time, or was it the same shirt?
She had, one of those things where you, press down. Yeah. They were good-looking shirts, too.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
still got them.
You do?
Insert photos of
Yeah.
these shirts.
Do you have any up here with you?
No.
You didn't pack them?
No, I can't.
Should've brought
I can't
some.
remember
Yeah,
those
really.
days.
Were these exclusively for football or for baseball? You would have to wear them too.
No, not for baseball. Just for football. I was kind of scared to go to practice when I got in trouble. That was bad. But yeah, I had a couple offers for football. Just one for baseball. I didn't really think I would go to school for baseball. But once I got that offer, I really started taking it serious because I knew I was too small out of high school to go play football. So
What position?
quarterback and outside linebacker.
Okay.
But yeah, I was 170 pounds. Some small schools offered me.
Which schools offered you for football?
Shorter University in Rome, Georgia, and then a NAI Judson
Okay.
in Chicago.
Shorter also NAIA?
They're D2.
D2?
So, yeah, I got my first offer for baseball. Coach Alabama. He said if you hit 85 in a game, we'll offer you. That 85 went to the backstop, but I did it.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, for you, Jack, I'm curious, why baseball? Did you ever pursue any other sports, or was it always baseball for you?
I played a few sports. I played basketball in high school for a little. I played like everything as a kid. I was just turned out to be the best at baseball, and it's kind of fun to be good. So I just kind of rode the hot streak and hoping it's gonna pan out.
Yeah, and then you transferred from Ithaca College now to Rider. What was that process like?
Ooh, that was tough. That's a good one. Because at Ithaca, I didn't even dress. Like, I didn't have a jersey number. So, like, everyone, like, you see how everyone's, like, in pants for games. I was in shorts. They didn't really let me practice much because they'd have, like, travel-only practices, and I wasn't on the travel roster, obviously. So, I mean, once they told me, they didn't really tell me I wasn't going to play, but after seeing that last year of not even playing or dressing for a game, I hit the portal because, I mean, that's just not really the environment I want to be in. Like, you're not really set up for failure. I'm not really set up for success in that situation. So I hit the portal. Then I ended up playing summer ball last year in the Hamptons. I had a pretty solid year. And, I mean, Ryder just took a shot on me, and it panned out really well. Lee and Casey just gave me a spot, and then I ended up throwing a good amount of innings for us this year at the pen. So, I mean, it worked out well, and I'm pretty grateful for Ryder, but it's kind of a crazy story.
Yeah.
How long were you at Ithaca? Just the 1 year?
Just for 1 year. It's my freshman year.
Okay. The school had always had a very good athletic reputation, regardless of sports, but very competitive.
Yeah, they're a really good school and kind of everything. They've got, like, even though they're D3, they've got pretty, like, good mid-major D1 facilities. I mean, they have everything you could really want, and they're a pretty good program. They gotta get, like, guys with a bunch of skill, a bunch of D1 talent that choose to go D3. Like, they're kind of always in the race to win.
We've had people from high schools around here actually play athletics at Ithaca. We had a guy who was an excellent two-way football player at Hanover High School who ended up playing football a little bit at Ithaca. And I think we've had at least one soccer player from Lebanon who's been there. So it's not an unusual thing, but I know it's high level as D3 goes.
Oh, yeah, it's really high level. It's probably a higher level than most people would assume. But if you go to a game, I bet you'd be a little surprised by how good the guys are.
Oh, yeah, I know I wouldn't, because Ithaca, at least the football program's always been very highly ranked.
Yeah, they take athletics really seriously there.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you had a smooth transition to Rider, and
Yeah,
that's
me
working
too.
out better for you now.
I'm super happy it all worked out.
All right. Well, now I'd like to bring us into the Hunting for Answers segment. During this segment, we ask the fans that listen to the podcast to send in questions to our guests either through the Instagram or the Twitter, both at UV Nighthawks. So today's question is going to be from Timmy Mack. He wants to know, what's the strangest thing that Coach Paz has said to you guys so far?
That's tough.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because there's many to choose, or?
No, there's not many to choose. Yeah, that's really hard.
You don't really say anything strange. I mean,
It's really like a good game or bad game, let's get it next time type of thing.
I mean, the strangest thing was that we had to carry the turtle for BP.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty strange.
That caught me off guard on the first day because usually you wheel it, then they're like, we send like 20 guys there to pick it up and put it on home plate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's been anything strange that I've noticed.
So nothing like one-on-one or like in a group setting?
Nah, Paul's is super chill.
Yeah, cool dude.
And the accent hasn't messed you up?
No,
Good.
no, pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we're learning that Paul's he doesn't really have much to say.
Yeah, usually not.
I think last episode someone asked what the best piece of advice he had given them was. And
Go out and play harder.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was
A
pretty
man
much
of few words.
He is.
that's all you need.
Yeah.
Especially in summer ball, you just kind of keep the vibes high and just relax and play some good baseball. I mean,
Yeah,
we've been playing some really good baseball, so.
yeah. It's supposed to be fun, right?
It is.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of playing some good baseball tonight, you guys are taking on the North Shore Navigators at home. This is your second time playing them after that season opener. What's the focus going into tonight?
No hitter.
No hitter?
They
That's
robbed
a
us
good
of it
goal.
last
They robbed
time.
us.
They
True.
robbed us, and I had to take that one for the team. But yeah, we got to get a no hitter tonight. Got to.
It's just another game. You just got to play good and just control what we can and just hope it goes our way.
Yeah, and now you're on your home turf, so I feel like there's a little bit more control there that they're having to come to
Right.
you. Yeah.
Gonna miss that announcer though.
Yeah.
Not that ours isn't good.
Greg,
but
you have to
that-
speak
that
in a
one was
Boston
good.
accent
I don't know if I can
tonight.
manage a Boston accent, but I'll see what I can
Yeah,
pull out
start
of
practicing.
I'll pull. We'll see what I got hiding in the suitcase at home.
Make them feel like they're at
Are
home.
you the announcer?
I'm the announcer.
Really?
Yeah. You couldn't tell?
No, I should have noticed.
Okay.
You should
noted.
recognize
Maybe
the
if I was
voice.
loud and obnoxious rather than low key here, because they
No,
don't
it's
let.
really good.
Because I get warned about moving too close to the microphone and blowing up the VU meter, so I got to be
No, it's really
I got to
good.
be a little more mellow here.
I was thinking the other day, like, it sounds like an actual TV announcer.
He's professional.
Okay,
He's
he wins.
legit.
Give
Yeah.
him the free interview.
Next time you pick, you're about to get the best announcement.
Yeah,
There we go.
you're about to get hyped up.
I'm
by
going
Greg
to
next
elongate Mason Phillips. Yeah, something like that. Turn it into a 6-syllable word.
Yeah.
time. Perfect.
All right. Well, with that, I think that's going to conclude Season 3, Episode 13 of the Hawks Talk podcast, Call to the Bullpen. A huge thank you to Mason Phillips and Jack Ruditzky for joining us today, and thank you to everyone for tuning in to this episode. Caitlin, Greg, and I have a lot of excitement planned for the podcast this season. I want to thank Caitlin Beal and Greg Fennell for joining me on the podcast. I'm Phoebe Winters, and this has been the Hawks Talk podcast.